Hello Pisces, here with a reading for the Pisces people. This could resonate with anyone who has Pisces strongly in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I welcome you to this space. I'm excited to be here as well. I'm going to be using a freestyle type of reading today, and I'll be mainly using this deck. All right, let's get started. What is in the situation around Pisces? What is in the situation around Pisces? What is in the situation around Pisces? Okay, let's see what's here, Pisces. Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the Moon energy, Ten of Pentacles. All right, give me a moment, Pisces, to get into this energy. I'm going to start going into that Page of Pentacles energy, and I will slowly move myself very intentionally across the arch. I see you here, Pisces, with the Moon energy. All right, as we get into the Page of Pentacles energy, we do see that there is a energy around you now, Pisces, that you can kind of feel that things are getting a bit better for you with the Page of Pentacles. There could have been messages that have come through. There could be some sort of indications here that things are getting better, that maybe money is getting better, or you're just feeling better about the situation, but you are feeling like things are getting better. I think with the Page of Pentacles, there is usually something here that indicates this. There's an indicator, there's a tracking meter, there is some sort of a gauge that's helping you see that things are getting better. So it's not just an idea. It's something that you're able to really see with your eyes or experience in some way that helps you come into a more grounded place, because you can kind of see in some way that there is an improvement here. It does seem like you're in the process of really trying to decide how best to do something, how you should feel about something. What is it with the Seven of Cups? What is it with this this choice that you're trying to make here? It's very heart-centered, and you're feeling very emotional about this, and I think it could be pulling you in different directions, Pisces. 1 minute you could be feeling excited about one option. Another day you could really be seeing the benefits of another option. And I really feel like this could be in some way creating some sort of instability within the heart or instability within the moods. One day you could be feeling happy, and another day you could be feeling ultimately sad. So the Seven of Cups talks about, for me, in this energy, not only a multitude of choices here for you, but also a multitude of heart feelings. And when you have such a diverse range of emotional capacity, and you have a situation where there are a multitude of options here in front of you, it's really hard to kind of narrow down the direction that you ultimately should go into. This is because your heart center is so active. You do feel the love within many different kinds of people, within many different kinds of situation. You also feel the fear. You feel the dynamics of the group within each situation. So you're quite, when you think about an option, Pisces, when you think about an option, you really feel that option, right? You feel that option. You feel it. And it's a little bit different for me because I am an aqua. I have it in multiple placements in my chart, and I kind of go through this gamut as well that you're going through, but it's very much within the mind. So I could have a lot of confusion. I could have a lot of thoughts. I could have a lot of over analysis. And it's almost like I feel that within the heart center. And I feel for you, Pisces, because we have the same thing that goes on within us. It's just that we're using different organs to do it. You're using the heart center and I use the mind. And in both ways, when we get caught up in that, it can really be difficult to kind of find our way through. But I do think that as you're moving through this period of time that I think you're narrowing it down. I like the Seven of Cups energy because it does point, it does show a process of elimination. It shows a process of elimination. I think that you kind of are able to go into each option that you have, and maybe there's only 2, maybe there's 3 or 4. It doesn't have to be 7, but you can kind of go into each option, and I think you're beginning to eliminate one here and one there, and I think you are finding your way, Pisces, and you probably won't absolutely know it until you step into the pathway, but at some point. I mean, not, any option that you choose is going to have difficulties. Any option that you choose is going to have ups and downs because that's who you are. That's how precious you are. You are heart-centered and you feel such deep emotion. And I think in some way, it's almost like you're trying to avoid that kind of ebbs and flows and mountains and valleys in your life. And I think that you are finding a way that is an improvement for you. But at some point, I think you're going to realize there's something here that actually excites you, that brings passion to you, right? That puts you up into motion. So it's almost like you are able to merge some passion with the heart center, some excitement, some optimism. It's almost like it revs you up. It's like an additive to the oil or to the gas, and I don't know anything about that, but that's coming through. It's an extra vitamin that it gives you. It's something here that it's an additional additive to your heart center that is helping you to determine which way or which choice, which person, which job, which color. Right? It could be something very simple. You could be trying to rearrange a room in your home or paint a wall, or you could be working on a painting or something creative, and you just can't figure out. There's a multitude of ways to do it, and whatever you choose, it has a little bit of an additive. It brings an excitement, an optimism, a passion, a chemistry, a sexuality. Whatever it is, it's like that fire energy adds to it. And I think that's where you're kind of headed here. Now, you're working on something in the next couple of weeks, the next week or the next 2 weeks. It's an immediate time frame that we have here. You're working on something and you're staying focused on it. Whatever this is going to bring some kind of improvement into your life. It's going to connect you in with abundance. We have the 8 of Pentacles here. And the 8 of Pentacles energy is a focusing energy. It's staying on task. It's not allowing yourself to get pulled into other people's dramas and into other people's situations. It's helping you to stay grounded in your life and in the situation that you're actually in. For example, I was sitting doing my meditation this morning in my living room, and I have a very small home. Now that's that's my perception, because I know in parts of the world, this home that I have is something quite precious, and it is precious to me too. But I was sitting in my living room, and I was going through my morning meditation, and I'm feeling like this channel is so exciting for me, and I'm loving this work, and I'm loving the energy that I'm into, and I'm realizing that this could become something that I never thought it could be, and that sometimes feels so overpowering to me. It's somewhat frightening to me, because I'm just a simple person. And I've always been an invisible person in my life. And so that sometimes can feel overwhelming for me. But would I ever say no? I wouldn't ever say no. And why would I say no? It's such a blessing, and it's such a honor to be able to be in this position. But I was sitting in my living room, and I was realizing that I had gone through a whole week of busyness. And in my living room, there was a lawn chair that was sitting up on a chair. So I had a lawn chair sitting up on a chair. I had recycling piled up in the corner of my living room. I had, what else is in there? A blanket strewn around, shoes that are, should be nicely, set against the wall and by my front door. But they were all over in front of the entrance, big shoes, because we live next to a farm and my son works on the farm. So there's big shoes, and they're just sitting in front of the door, all messy. And I think that there's some books laying on the floor, and it's just a mess. And so I was thinking to myself, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to stay in this place. I'm going to ground myself in this place, that I am a human being living on a earth that I am still in the same way, the same person that I was 2 years ago. I am the same person living in the same place, experiencing something extraordinary in my life. But the situation and the environment and all of my friends and all of my family is still here, and they're still the same as they were before. And that is sort of an energy of the Eight of Pentacles too. Not getting caught up into a whirlwind of something, right? Not getting caught up into a whirlwind of something. That said, we have a whirlwind here, Pisces. We have a whirlwind here because the Knight of Wands is here. So I think you know now that there's something going on, Pisces, that is so exciting for you. So it brings you to a new excitement in your life, a new energized place. It adds fuel to your blood. It brings colors into your range of vision that perhaps you haven't seen before. There is a new glow here for you. And I think that you are understanding that if you aren't able to stay grounded and to stay focused on this could very easily kind of get away from you. So what I'm seeing here is someone who is going through some sort of a kind of a acceleration in life, but still staying very grounded. It's almost like the energy of getting a new job where you're making twice as much as you made before, where you have extra money in the bank, but you're still driving the same little old 2005 Honda that you have had for many years, right? It's coming into a new energy, a new expansive energy that's very exciting. It brings you to a new place of empowerment in your life in some way or another, Pisces, but you're still staying grounded in the moment. It's exciting. There could be someone here on this journey with you with the Knight of Wands, because we have the Nine of Wands next to the moon. But there's some, and we'll go into the Knight of Wands to see what this energy is, but this is for sure something that's moving quickly. It is gathering steam. It's gathering momentum. You're not really sure when you're going to get to the end of this Knight of Wands, because you know the Knight of Wands energy is an energy that has a short duration of power. It's a fire energy, and it can burn itself out. It usually does. I'm not saying that it's going to go away. I'm just saying that it's probably going to move into a different type of energy, maybe back into a watery energy, because we do have the moon next to it, maybe into a earth energy. The Knight of Wands energy does burn itself out because it requires a lot of fuel. So if you are going to stay in the Knight of Wands energy, it does require refueling. So you come in from a whirlwind of a day, you rest, you eat good food, you sleep good, you remember what you're doing, you remember why you're here, you ground into the earth, and then you go back out the next day and you can be in the Knight of Wands energy again. And that is a way that you can continue the Knight of Wands energy. And people do it for many years, especially if you have fire in your chart. But oftentimes the Knight of Wands energy, when it comes out in a reading, it is something that is a whirlwind energy. It's something that is beautiful to experience. It's something that you can get caught up in. And sometimes if we have more dense energies around the Knight of Wands, it can be somewhat of a warning energy as well. Now, I don't really see any dense energies here, any kind of warning energies. I just think that you're in this very passionate place in your life, whether there's another person here or not. The energies are here. So this reading is for anyone who's experiencing an acceleration of energy in your situation that you're in. We're moving into the moon energy now as we get towards the end of the week or into the next week. And the moon energy is an energy of mysticism. It's an energy of really not knowing what's under the water's surface, not knowing what's coming the next day, not knowing what's ahead for you. And always in life, little details creep in, little facts and figures kind of make their way in as little surprises in our life. And there is a joy to that. There is a joy to maneuvering in those types of energies. And so that's what happens when you have the Knight of Wands energy next to the moon. You're able to really maneuver yourself through life and through elements that we as we're merging into the future. I'm just seeing like a motorcycle, somebody on a motorcycle driving through fog, right? In the future is the fog, and you continue to move into the fog, and the road with the light on the front of your motorcycle continues to be lit, right? As you move through the fog, and you're able to go around corners, you're able to go uphill and downhill, you're able to avoid bumps in the road, even though that you are merging into the fog of the future. The light that you have within yourself and the knowledge that you have gained through your journeys helps you to steer your motorcycle in the dark of the fog, cleverly and safely through your life. And that is the moon energy. Right? That is the moon energy that we have here. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. And so, through it all, Pisces, in the next couple of weeks, I think you're going to feel a sense of security, a sense of safety, gentleness in life. This reading is a reading that is for those of you that have been through, the deep dark. For those of you that have been through the dark night of the soul, that have been fighting in the trenches of life, there is a time and a place now here for you that has a little bit of a coasting. And I think with this motorcycle that you're driving into the fog, even though there's fog here and even though you can't really see too far in front of you, that you have been through much worse in your life, that this is in itself something that's slightly exhilarating, very exhilarating, but also yet you have confidence in yourself. And in some kind of a strange way, it's a bit of a break for you, Pisces. It's something that you feel safe and secure in. I think you feel safe and secure in your environment. The people around you are a part of your life and have been, and you have found your place in that village that you are within, the village of people that you are within. There is a perception now, a feeling now, and maybe even a reality now of having enough money that you are financially stable, that you have a plan now that's going to carry you into the future and bring a continuum of stability in your life, so that you know in 2 years, in 5 years, that you are going to be okay, that you have a plan, that you have a system that you've put into place where you have plan A and plan B and plan C, so that if whatever comes towards your motorcycle in the middle of the night, in a foggy night, that you have the correct equipment on your motorcycle, that you have the fuel that you need, that you have the safety of the road that you're on, the safety of the village that you're in, that you can traverse your life in a way that you feel comfortable in. And this is the energy that's around you for the next week or two, Pisces. Let's go ahead now and dig deeper into this Knight of Wands energy, and I also would like to go into the Ten of Pentacles energy as well. Page of Wands. Isn't that beautiful? Three of Wands. Wow. It's such a beautiful energy, Pisces. Magician. It's such a beautiful energy that we have here with the Knight of Wands. This is a new energy that you're feeling. It's something that brings in a feeling of having the ability to do something where before you might have held back, or you might not have felt that it was the right time, or you might not have felt well enough. With the Page of Wands, it's a blossoming of passion. It's a building of new energy that helps you set forward into something, that helps you see something. It helps your soul see things in a different way, in a different light. What you might have been afraid of before, or what you might have been feeling an apprehension about in the past, now you're really able to see through that and step through that. It's almost like, again, there's some sort of an additive, an extra vitamin that you're taking, or an extra additive in your fuel. You could have, it's like an energy drink. It's like having a smoothie full of the most healthiest, rich purple and red berries, and drinking that and feeling the rush of the natural fruit that runs through the body, and feeling the energy that comes with that. That's how this is feeling in the next week or two. I mean, with the Three of Wands, this is optimism, right? This is feeling good about what you're doing, feeling like it's going to be something that's going to be there for you for a long time. It feels like you're stepping forward into a situation that's going to have abundance, that's going to have comfort in life, that's going to have adventure. It's almost like you're opening up the pages of a new book that you heard was a captivating read, right? And you're opening up that book saying, I really respect that reviewer, that book reviewer. I respect what that book reviewer is saying, and I'm so excited about reading this book, and I love this author, and I'm so excited. I finally have the time. I finally feel that this is the time, and I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to read this book. I'm going to look out my window. When it gets intense and I need a little break, I'm going to look out my window and see the beauty of the world around me, right? It's that kind of an energy here with the Three of Wands. We also have the Magician here. So I think with the Magician, there's some sort of there's some sort of energy here of working on something within the mind now, something within the mind that's incorporating into your journey, where you're in the process of coming up with some sort of a idea. This is not so much of a working energy as it is a connecting energy, connecting to the universe, connecting to an idea, connecting. It's like knowing that there's something out there that's about ready to sprinkle in. There's something out there that's about ready to sprinkle into the mind. You're about ready to get it. It's coming in. There's some sort of an imaginative process here. Look at the Magician with the moon over the top. Pisces, there's something here that's beginning to form around you. An idea, a decision, a new experience. Something here is beginning to build. And it's so interesting, Pisces, that you're building something here. You're beginning to build something here over the top of the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is a fabulous way to manifest. When you're manifesting with the Ten of Pentacles energy, that's really manifesting feeling quite secure, quite protected, quite resourceful as you're manifesting. So you're really manifesting without a whole lot of fear here. So whatever you're doing, there's going to be a lack of resistance. So you're going to feel an ease in it, because when you manifest over the top of the Ten of Pentacles energy, lots of times we try to manifest when we're in the Five of Pentacles, don't we? We have a situation that comes in that throws us into chaos. It creates a situation where we are in total lack and we need to come up with some sort of solution for ourselves. We're feeling lonely. We're feeling a lack of money. We're feeling a lack of success in our lives, and we know that we have to create something. We know that we have to fix it. We have to solve it. And so we go to work with the magician, right? And we go to work and we work hard, and and a lot of times we do pull ourselves out of that Five of Pentacles, because that is part of the journey of life, that we're not staying in the Five of Pentacles too long. We're just using it as a tool to propel us forward, or the universe is using it as a tool to propel us forward. What I like about this, Pisces, is you're manifesting here, you're co-creating under the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. So you're doing it where you don't have a lot of resistance from the mind, where you don't have a lot of conflict in the environment around you. You're manifesting here with resources around you, with solutions around you, with all the tools that you need. So this manifestation that we see here, this co-creation that you're co-creating, because there is a spiritual team here that's working with you. It's something that you already have at your disposal, whether it's a natural skill that you have, like me, like you can just sit here and do this kind of thing where you can, I don't know what I'm even doing, where the words are just coming out of my mouth and I can feel the energies. That's a natural skill for me. Or whether it's something you're doing with tools and mechanics, or something you're doing with plants, or something that you're doing with medicines, something that you're doing that's a natural skill for you. Maybe there's money around you that can be applied to something that you're building. Whatever this is, you have the tools in your toolbox already and that's, if you're wondering what this is for you, or you're wondering what you're feeling, there is a hint here with this Ten of Pentacles. It's something that you already have around you that you don't have a need for. It's already here. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is. It's something that's already at your disposal. It's something for you to enjoy, to use, to live within. So that's an exciting energy with the Knight of Wands. And I think that's why you're excited, right? It's something that's natural here. It's something that's real. It's something that really can inspire you and get you going, because you see the answer. You see the path. You see the tools that are there. You see something is already there for you. Something is already set in place for you in this energy of the magician. All right. And let's see what that is now with the Ten of Pentacles. Let's see what that is with the Ten of Pentacles. The Fool. Something new is here. Something you haven't done before. Isn't it beautiful when you can take a risk with the Ten of Pentacles? Now that is a beautiful way to manifest. This is a shift. Let me say this word again. This is a shift in the way that you're manifesting. This is how we're going to begin to see the changes in the world around us, through energies like this that come in. Through energies like this that come in. Five of Cups. It never is pure movement ahead, is it? There's always some sort of a balance as we move forward, right? There's always some sort of a balance here. The World. So as you move forward, you begin to let go of the old hurts, the old traumas. It's like it's like you have a half of a gas tank that has old fuel in it, and you have a new kind of fuel you're going to use. But until you can use the new fuel, you have to use the old fuel, burn the old fuel up so that you can expel it from the body, expel it from the heart, before you can bring in this new fuel. This new fuel the new pure kind of fuel that's going to move you forward into this new experience that you're having here. So this is about leaving behind old emotional wounds, letting go of those, expelling those from the physical body. We do that through crying. So as you move forward into something new, you could be going through periods of sadness. You could be going through periods of disconnecting from certain kinds of people, or a person that you've had a profound journey with, that you're going to be moving on from. You could be having a new job, starting a new job. You could be ending one kind of a project and starting on a new project. And as you do that, you leave someone behind to go on a journey by themselves. Whatever this is with the Five of Cups, it does have an energy of sadness, and it does in a way balance. It balances your experience. And we do have the energy of balance here with Justice. So from what I'm feeling here, as we move into a new as you're moving into some sort of a new experience here, where you're feeling this energy of stability around it, the energy of stability comes with two dynamics still in this dimension. We're not yet at a place where there is a complete merging of the polarities. So there's still going to be polarity here for you, Pisces. There's still going to be a spectrum of emotions. And as we move into a very strong light type of experience here with the Fool over the Ten of Pentacles, and over the World, these kind of energies here with over the Ten of Pentacles. See, I don't know if I've ever seen the Fool and the World energy coming together with the Ten of Pentacles before. I mean, those of you who have listened to me for a while, it's a dynamic that I don't think I've really had this come through very often. This is a new type of energy that I'm feeling here, Pisces. And the message that's coming through is that whenever we go through a expansion process or a ascension process, it does bring the polarities a little bit closer together, so they're not so far apart. So the light is not so far from the dark. But it's still not to the point yet where they're merging in the middle. So you're still going to have a little bit of polarity in your experience where you could still feel sadness. You could still feel pain within the heart center. And I think that you will be in, for some reason or another, just know that that is part of the human experience it's almost like that feeling when something really beautiful happens, and then you know that, okay, now something beautiful has happened. Now I do need to prepare, because I know that there's going to be something that comes in here that's a bit of a balance for me, that's going to pull me back down a little bit to the ground. And that's something that that's not a mistake. That's something that's not a mistake. It's something that helps balance the situation. Because if you think about it, on Earth, if there are people that are experiencing always the good energies, that means that there are people that are going to be experiencing always the bad energies or the darker energies, because we have polarity here. And so the whole goal here for this shift is to help balance these energies out. So for those of you, this is why I'm saying this is a reading for those of you who have been in the trenches, right? Because the energies are beginning to balance out now, so that you can feel some of this safety and security. You can feel some of this adventure. You can feel some of this freedom that you have been searching for in your travels, this expansiveness that you have here, but also this very strong energy of security. With that still comes the balancing energies of a pull of the heart, sadness of the heart. That is how you balance, Pisces, through emotional polarity. So the fact that it's here is not a surprise to me, and it's something that I think you'll be able to move through. It's only a 5 energy. It is an energy that propels you into change, right? It's like the exhaust that comes out of your motorcycle. It's like you have to have the exhaust if you're going to have forward movement. I mean, until we come to a period of time where we're all being powered by the sun as far as our machinery goes, right? until that time, until we're being powered by the sun, we will have to have some type of exhaust that comes from the engines that propel us forward. And so you have exhaust here, and that's part of the process, because we are moving into a much more balanced place within our world. We are just beginning this process, and as you know, there is much, much, much more work to be done, but we have to start somewhere, and this is, for this Pisces group, this is your starting off point here. All right, my friends, I am going to move into the extended. I'm going to take the situation out into the beginning of June to see how everything is going for you then. If we see people here, we'll dig into the people. We'll ask how you're feeling. We'll ask how money is. We'll just dig into these questions for you. We'll take it out until into the beginning of June, the first couple of weeks of June, and get an idea of how things will be for you then. All right. It's a pleasure to read for you, Pisces. As always, it's something that I really enjoy doing, and I look forward to checking in this energy, or in the Pisces energy, next week as well. Thank you very much.